How did the Nats get to Verlander last night?
It was really the long ball and being able, and Anthony Rendon, you could argue that first hit that he got, the double off the wall, I mean, it was like 2 feet from being a home run. And you look at Justin Verlander, I mean, he has this stuff, but here he goes with a changeup. Greeny, he's thrown 34 changeups throughout the entire season. He doesn't throw that right-on-right changeup. He goes with it there, something very uncharacteristic. Rendon almost takes him out. So then, this was the killer for me, and this is what the biggest weakness of Verlander has been all season long, that elevated fastball that, as good as it's been, it'll get the strikeouts, but Suzuki being able to take 94 right here out of the park.
We were talking before the show. The Nationals go home to host a World Series game. First one in Washington since
1933.
1933.
You called that.
I covered that game, yeah. But I think people will look at this and say, they beat Cole, they beat Verlander. Does this feel like this thing is in firm control? I almost want to ask you if it feels like it's over.
It feels like it's over, and honestly, it feels like it's all about Zack Greinke. And this is why they went and got him. I mean, he has to be an ace. Their aces have failed them. And when you think about Zack Greinke, as much as he hasn't been good already in this postseason, the pitcher that he's been the last 6 years, and this is a future Hall of Famer, Cy Young winner. He's been an all-star 5 of the last 6 years, including this season. They need him to be that pitcher to get back in this thing, or it is over.
It may very well wind up being, all right, 2-0 Nationals. That's where we sit. Verlander's an all-time great, but his World Series struggles continue. He has the most starts without a win in World Series history, and his .573 ERA is the third highest among any pitcher to have at least 5 starts in the World Series. I mean, you see, those are great pitchers in the list ahead of him, so it's not like he's the first guy ever to have these problems. But look, the Nationals score 7 runs in 2 games against Cole and Verlander. But you don't seem surprised. Why are you not surprised?
I'm not. This team can flat out hit. And Greeny, if you look at mid-May on, there hasn't been a better team with a better record. There hasn't been a team that scored more runs. This team has been the best offensive team in baseball since they struggled out the gate. But because they get talked about so much with their pitchers, people forget they can hit. And you think about even the teams that they had to beat to get to this point, in the Dodgers, in the Cardinals, the pitchers that they had to face. This is a team that can put runs up on you, and they do it fast. They showed it against Cole. They showed it against Verlander. But really, Greeny, they've been showing it all season long since mid-May.
That's exactly right. You see that number on your screen, May 23rd. They were 19-31 through 50 games. Since then, they have the best record in baseball. That said, are you surprised they're up 2-0 having faced Cole and Verlander?
I am. I thought they'd split the first 2. And as much as I just talked up their offense, I can talk up Cole and Verlander. And honestly, the way the Astros have been playing baseball all season long, I thought they would split these 2 games, especially in Houston. That place is so loud. You give credit to the Nats, but now they're going to D.C. First time a game in D.C. since 1933. The Astros have got to get one.
Give me a couple of ways the Astros do dig out of this hole and still come back to win.
What was the big move at the trade deadline? Zack Greinke. They need him in Game 3 to be an ace. So you think about, he's been their number 3. This is a guy who's been an all-star 5 of the last 6 seasons. He's a Cy Young winner. He's probably going to be in the Hall of Fame. He has struggled this postseason. He needs to be the ace. It's like wipe the slate clean. This is Game 1, a complete reset, and that's what Greinke has to do. Number 2, the Astros hitters have got to get the lead. They're going back to D.C. They're going to be at home. It's the first time a game has been played there since 1933. That place is going to be rocking. This team has struggled from behind. Only 12% of their at-bats have been with a lead. So you think about that. They got to do it from the very beginning. Between that and Greinke, that's how they get back in this.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports, highlights, and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.